Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to bring you another wrestling match using the wrestling dice game, which can be found on Sports Replay. Link is provided on the page and in the chat. Sports Replay, Field of Dreams, Chris's wrestling game, dice wrestling game. And this will be for the WDG Championship. So the Wrestling Dice Game Championship, and it will pit legends against one another. Bruno Sammartino versus Hulk Hogan. Here to watch the match and witness history is Ryan Slayer at ringside to check the grapplers out. Check out that wonderful channel. Also, WVogs18. Check out that wonderful card collecting channel. He says, "Hi, Al. I met Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Very cool. Very cool." Jake Cruz says, "I was a big Hulk Hogan fan." Excellent. So we're going to roll. No time limit. And yesterday, when I did the video, I realized when I went back, you didn't see the box, a couple of boxes that popped up. So I'm going to show you how you actually select a match. You could hear me talk about it, but when I went back to review the video, I was like, oh, crud, that didn't pop up. So we'll get right to that in a moment. So once again, it's Hulk Hogan and Bruno Sammartino from Madison Square Garden. It is a packed house. To the ceiling they could have packed them in. Tickets were sold out in a matter of minutes. So we will now select the wrestlers, and what you do is, I'll close that. You would click on New Match. I was playing Chris Adams and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Adams won due to DQ. Snuka's manager hit Chris Adams with brass knuckles. You would click on New Match, and this box pops up. And I want to make sure the box pops up again, as I'll check out the screen. OBS shows it popping up. And once the box pops up, you click here, and you can see the roster. Now, I don't know if you can see this now. I'm wondering. Let's go to OBS. No, you can't see the little mini drop-down roster. That sucks. All right, well, you click on that, and there's a drop-down roster. I don't know how to get you to show that, but it's not going to show it. And from the drop-down roster, we'll scroll down. We'll pick Bruno Sammartino. It's alphabetical order starting by first name. And again, you can only see the chart now, but you can't see the, so there's Bruno. And you should be able to see Bruno's name. Yep, okay. And now we'll pick Hulk Hogan. And if you download the game, you'll be able to see this. So we'll pick Hulk Hogan now. Excuse me, allergies are acting up. GH. There's Hulk Hogan. And we'll hit OK. So they're both A grades. Bruno Sammartino, 5'11", 260 pounds from Abruzzi, Italy. The Italian Superman will take on Hulk Hogan, 6'7", 302 pounds from Venice Beach, California. We rolled prior to the stream. Bruno Sammartino rolled to be the face or the good guy. And Hulk Hogan will be the bad guy, or not the fan favorite, really. So we can envision Hulk Hogan in his NWO days, I guess, even though he's wearing the yellow and red. So Sammartino is an A grade, so is Hulk Hogan. DQ for Sammartino, he's only disqualified on a roll of a 12. Hogan will be disqualified on a roll of a 11 or 12. They both have 3 kickouts, which are 3 saves. And what I'm going to do is, that means you basically have to beat the wrestler 4 times. So any chance of a DQ, count out, or a pin, we're going to use them right off the bat. I don't want to save it and then have a roll, and then one of the grapplers would lose on that. So they will use them 1, 2, 3 right away. And we will now roll to see who will... We're going to roll our own dice. as you see, and I'll call the charts out. I'm going to use the charts by clicking on them. You can click on these, and it changes the charts. And we will now, Bruno Sammartino will be the red die, Hulk Hogan the white die. The higher die will start off with control of the match, and it will be Hulk Hogan. So Hulk Hogan. And the green will go down here, showing Hogan has control. He's in the red corner. Sammartino will be in the green. Sammartino is the face. Hulk Hogan is the heel. The original Grognard is in the chat at ringside. Check out that great military strategy channel. Jake Cruz says, blasphemy! Blasphemy! Oh, it's only a dice wrestling match. We have to have someone... I mean, it says I have to have someone as a face and a heel. I could wrestler 1 and 2, but face and heel. It doesn't mean that Hulk Hogan doesn't have his fans. He has a plethora of fans here at the Garden, though more are rooting for Sammartino. All right, the match is no time limit. No time limit. And we will start off as both grapplers go to the center of the ring and hook up. And that's a 34 off the Hulk Hogan card. So a 34. We go to the setup chart, which is a 6. And now we roll and we add the dice together. That's a 4. Hogan grabs Sammartino after poking him in the eyes and nails him with a belly-to-back suplex. So Hogan, right away, the aggressor, continues on his offensive rampage. That's a 64. He whips Sammartino to the ropes. He nails him with a forearm smash. Sammartino goes down. Hogan again goes to the ropes, off the ropes. The atomic leg drop. Nailing Sammartino. Hogan tries to cover him up. Sammartino will use his kick out. So right away, Hogan goes for the win. Sammartino kicks out. He has 2 automatic kickouts left. Hogan goes on the offensive. Sammartino will be downgraded to a B. So Bruno will be downgraded to a B. As we're about a minute and a half into this match. Hogan and Sammartino tie up once again. That is an 11. Hogan goes with a specialty move. A 5. Hogan is distracting the ref. He hits Sammartino with a low blow, and now he starts choking Sammartino out, and he throws him, choke slams him to the canvas. And Sammartino drops 2 grades down to a D. It's been all Hulk Hogan to the joy of Jake Cruz at ringside. Hogan taunting the crowd now, but he does have his fans. He picks up Sammartino by the hair. It's a 41. A 41. And now the crowd cheers for Hulk Hogan. His fans cheer. He can't get an upgrade, so we will downgrade Sammartino to an F. That's the way I play it, because you can only go from the highest grade is an A, the lowest grade is an F. Skipping, there's no E. So it's been all Hulk Hogan as Hulk Hogan starts pummeling away on Sammartino, and Sammartino goes to the mat. Hogan still on the offense, playing to the crowd, though. To cheers and boos. That is a 32. And we will go to a chart. It's a setup chart once again for Hulk Hogan. It's been all Hulk Hogan. He wants to win this championship against Bruno Sammartino. And that is a 9. Hogan goes to his trunks. He's going to hit Sammartino with brass knuckles. Sammartino blocks it. Kicks Hogan in the nether regions. Takes the brass knuckles and nails him on the temple. Down goes Hulk Hogan. He will drop 2 grades. So he's going to go down to a C. And now it's Sammartino on the offense. Oh, Bruno Sammartino's incensed. He is stomping away at Hogan. We roll. It is a 14. The wrestlers take it outside the ring as Sammartino throws Hogan over the top rope. Sammartino pursues his prey, Hulk Hogan, who's begging for mercy. And that's a 5. And Hogan rakes Sammartino's eyes and slams him into the steel rail. He stomps on Sammartino, knees him in the back, and now enters the ring. Sammartino loses a grade, but he's at an F already, so we will increase Hulk Hogan to a B. Over 5 minutes gone in this hellacious match. As Jay Cruz, I can't believe he's turned on Hulk Hogan. He says, "What a cheater." I think he's talking about the Hulk. I think he's talking about Bruno. So Hulk Hogan continues on the offense, and that's a 26. A 26 is... Sammartino rolls back in the ring. Hogan stomps on him. He's going to whip him to the ropes. 4. Off the ropes comes Sammartino. A huge back body drop. My God, Sammartino was airborne for 3 minutes as he comes booming down to the canvas. And again, Hogan plays to the crowd as he holds his ear up. And the crowd cheers and the crowd jeers. It seems like it's a 50-50 split here for Sammartino and Hogan. Hogan again in charge. I got to reverse that. And that's a 35. Hogan going for a setup move here. Is he going to try to... What's he going to do in the setup move? He picks Sammartino up. Gives him a chop to the chest. Sammartino seems weary. That's a 3. And now he goes to a surprise neck breaker. Oh, Sammartino rolling on the mat in agonizing pain. We cannot downgrade Sammartino anymore. He's already at an F. Hogan goes back to an A. Hulk Hogan wants to win this championship. In the wings could be a possible matchup with Ric Flair. What's blazing in sports is here at ringside with Little Man, watching the wrestling match from Madison Square Garden. Check out that wonderful boxing channel, What's Blazing in Sports. So Hogan continues to pummel Bruno Sammartino to the chagrin of half the audience. That's a 36. Again, he goes with the setup. Again, a chop to Sammartino. Sammartino goes back towards the ropes. Hogan pursues. That's a 9. And now he blocks a Sammartino right hand. He puts Bruno Sammartino in Bruno Sammartino's finishing move. The bear hug. Sammartino, unbelievable show of strength, gets out of it. Hogan kicks him to the groin and maintains control. Hulk Hogan all over Bruno. Bruno had a brief moment early on in this match. And that's a 21. We go to the turnbuckle. Hogan whips Sammartino to the turnbuckle. That's a 9. And he bounces right off. Hogan catches him off the bounce and he hip tosses him. It's been all Hulk Hogan. The crowd now really starting to turn towards Hulk Hogan. The cheers. Hulk, Hulk, Hulk. You can hear it. Hulkamania is alive. The Hulkster continues his rampage on the Italian Superman Bruno Sammartino. Oh no, it's a 66. He whips Sammartino to the ropes. Clothesline. Hogan goes to the ropes, off the ropes. The atomic leg drop right across the chest. He will go for the pin, and Sammartino will use his second automatic kick out. He only has one left. Oh, so close. The count of 2.5. And again, we'll change that to an A, which stays an A just to make that. Over 7 minutes gone in this match. It's been all Hulk Hogan. Hogan picks up the weary Sammartino, gives him a double neck chop. And that's a 15. And they're in a brawl, but it's been all Hulk Hogan against the tiring, withering Bruno Sammartino. We go to the brawl chart. That's an 11. And Hogan sends Sammartino towards the turnbuckle, and now he starts slamming Sammartino's head in the turnbuckle. The fans chanting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hogan stops for a moment, slams Sammartino's head as the fans go 7, 8, 9, 10, and Hogan pulls his hair and sends him to the mat. It's been all Hulk Hogan, and he stomps on Sammartino's abdominal region. To the horror of the Sammartino fans, Hulk Hogan continues on his rampage. And that's a 53 for Hulk Hogan. He grabs on to Sammartino, belly to back suplex. Sammartino writhing in pain. Over 8 minutes gone by. Hogan needs a pin. Sammartino has one automatic save still. Hogan has all 3 of his. That is a 14. And Hogan throws Sammartino right over the top of those ring ropes. And he will take it to the outside for further punishment on the Italian Superman, Bruno Sammartino. We go to the out of the ring chart. And that is a 6. And now Hogan throws Sammartino into the crowd. Unbelievable. Hogan goes back in the ring. Sammartino will use his last kick out as he will avoid any possible count. His last save. And that's it. There's no more saves for Bruno Sammartino as he wearily gets back in the ring. Hogan grabs him and hip tosses him to the center of the ring again, playing to the crowd, playing to his fans. You can see the Hulkamania banners waving. The Sammartino fans now start to chant, Bruno, Bruno, Bruno. And they're booed down by the Hulkamaniacs. Hogan moves towards Sammartino. It's a 24. And he'll send him into the ropes. He whips Sammartino into the ropes. We go to the ropes chart. That is a 9. And he hips toss Sammartino. And then he plants the small of the knee to the smallest Sammartino's back. Sammartino in pain. Sammartino gets to his knees, and Hogan puts the big boot to him. And now he has him on the ropes, and he's pressing down on his neck. The referee's counting. Hogan lets him go, but continues on the offense like a madman. And that's a 65. He whips Sammartino to the ropes. A lariat. Sammartino is taken off his feet. Hogan goes to the ropes once again. The high atomic leg drop. Boom! He nails Sammartino. He will go for the pin. Sammartino's an F. This match will be over in moments. Sammartino has to roll a 7. He does not. 1, 2, 3. Hulk Hogan has just crushed Bruno Sammartino after the atomic leg drop. And this match is history. Hulk Hogan wins the championship. Unbelievable. Sammartino basically had a moment or two in the match. And that was it. So Hulk Hogan wins at around the 10-minute mark, really. He just pummeled Sammartino. Sammartino never got in a rhythm. The atomic leg drop does Bruno Sammartino in, and Hulk Hogan is your inaugural WDG champion. That is the Wrestling Dice Game champion. He has won the inaugural championship in stunning fashion. Sammartino never got started. Hulk Hogan just took it right to him. right to him. Jake Cruz waving his Hulkamania flag says it was a slaughter. He took it right to the Italian Superman. Right away when he poked Sammartino in the eyes and went with that neck chop. And Sammartino did get the brass knuckles away from Hulk Hogan. Amazing that the referee didn't see that. Sammartino did nail him. Now, Sammartino had to use all 3 of his kickout saves. He didn't have any left. And then he's an F. And once again, the only way he could have stayed in the match, he had to roll at a 7. So 1 through 6, you lose, or Hogan wins. And 8 through 12, Hogan wins. What's blazing in sports is Hulk Hogan dominated. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And that's sometimes the way it goes in this wrestling match game. All right, so that ended. To the shock Sammartino fans, and to the joy of the Hulkamaniacs, who will be drinking some beer with their vitamins. So the inaugural, once again, the winner of the WDG Championship is Hulk Hogan. In an absolute slobber knocker slaughter of Bruno Sammartino, to the chagrin of myself and the other Sammartino fans. I thought the match would be a little more even-paced, but Hogan took it right to Sammartino. To his credit, Sammartino kicked out 3 times, or saved himself 2 kickouts and 1 possible countout. Hogan didn't want to lose on a countout. The title would have remained vacant. So Hogan and Sammartino, that match is done. And Hulk Hogan is the new Wrestling Dice Game Heavyweight Champion. What will be up next for Hulk Hogan? I don't know. So hope everyone enjoyed it. I'd like to say thank you to What's Blazing in Sports, Jake Cruz. Check out What's Blazing in Sports, wonderful boxing channel. WVOGS 18, great card collecting channel. And the original Grognard, all things strategy and much, much more. Military strategy. And Ryan Slayer stopped by to say hi. Check him out too. Should we do another match? Not between these guys. Will there be a rematch? Will there be a call for a rematch? Let's see. So Hulk Hogan dominated that match. Let's go. We'll have a special presentation of 2 mid-style wrestlers. Let's see. Ooh. We're going to do a Dusty Rhodes. We had Dusty Rhodes on last night, actually, after our main event match. So we're going to go Dusty Rhodes. And he beat Chief Jay Strongbow last night. But now, he'll have to face. Dusty Rhodes will face. Ooh, I like this matchup. Let me find him first. Dusty Rhodes will face The Undertaker. All right, so that's going to be our next matchup. We'll play that one. And let's just take these out. And so our next matchup, and the winner will get Hulk Hogan, I guess. So we're going to give you a double feature here, folks. Let's find Dusty Rhodes. He beat Chief Jay Strongbow last night. There he is, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He'll be there in a moment. Such a healthy specimen. He just passed away. That was sad. Was it last year he just passed away? I like Dusty Rhodes. Always had fun matches. Always was great with the entertainment, with the interviews. So we have Dusty Rhodes against The Undertaker, who's wrestling Goldberg tomorrow. I actually watched the press conference. That was kind of fun. Or not the press conference, but in the ring chat. So it's going to be Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, from Austin, Texas, taking on The Undertaker from Death Valley. And the winner will be first in line to face Hulk Hogan. As we'll paste his picture up in a moment. Again, this wrestling game is free. Link is provided in the chat and on the page. The Undertaker will be the heel. Dusty Rhodes, they're both A, so we're going to have a tremendous matchup here. They're both A-grade wrestlers. And Danny N. Grays and Cards is here at ringside. He did a lovely live stream with his son. He was showing wrestling cards, and his son was having a good time, Gray. Also, Dave Little. How you doing, my friend? Check out that wonderful channel. So Dusty Rhodes will take on The Undertaker. Dusty Rhodes, 6'2", 302 pounds, as I stated, from Austin, Texas. Against the Phenom, The Undertaker, 6'1". I always thought he was taller than that. I don't think that's right. I think that's supposed to be like... I think he's much taller than 6'1". Maybe he's 6... I think he's 6'11". I think that's a typo. I'm going to say 6'11". At least 6'8". 299 pounds. He's definitely bigger than 6'1". Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. I always thought he was taller than that. From Death Valley. Alrighty. Oh, my pleasure, Danny. It was fun. It was fun. Alright, this is, again, no time limit. No time limit. And we will roll to see who has control of the action first. Rhodes is the red die. The Undertaker, the white die. And Dusty Rhodes will have the control as you see the green. And we're rolling our own dice. We're rolling our own dice. 6'11". Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's just a typo. So 6'11". Again, this is someone who made the game. He did an outstanding job. There's some wrestlers I wish that were in there, but it's free. There's no Andre the Giant. And who else did I... Oh, God, who else was I looking for? There's no The Rock. But I'm going to try to figure out how to make them. I mean, I could make them with the cards, but I don't know how to get them in the game. But I could fool around and see how to do that. Probably a copy-paste of a similar wrestler and change a few traits. What you'll notice on the A's, there's no reversals. All the reversals have to come on the charts. Oh, well, 41. Dusty Rhodes actually did. There's only one reversal on the Rhodes card, 41, which means that The Undertaker would take control of the offensive action. The Undertaker doesn't give up action at all on his card. All right, here we go. The winner to get Hulk Hogan, Thrice-A-Roni, a card collecting treat, is here in Madison Square Garden. Check out that wonderful card collecting channel. All right, there's the bell. Both grapplers go towards one another. They hook up. I forgot who's on the offensive. I think it's The Undertaker. No, Dusty Rhodes is on the offensive. Excuse me. And it's a 24 off the Rose card. And he's going to send The Undertaker into the ropes. We go to the ropes chart. And when you roll on a chart, you just count. You add them together. That is a 4. The Undertaker puts a knee into Dusty Rhodes' quite girthy belly. He grabs him, puts him in the pile driver, Oh, that's out of the ring. We got to go into the ropes. 4. Dusty Rhodes. Back body drop. But The Undertaker pops right up. The Undertaker has 3 kickouts. Rhodes has 2, so 2 automatic saves for Rhodes, 3 for The Undertaker. Rhodes and The Undertaker hook up again. That's a 12. A specialty move. 8. Big swing by The Undertaker. Rhodes ducks underneath. Rhodes' manager nails The Undertaker, and then Rhodes comes in and nails him. The ref, discombobulated with all the action, doesn't see anything. Rhodes pounding away on The Undertaker, stomping on him. The Undertaker will drop a grade to B. Rhodes continues in control. That is a 64. A 64. Rhodes whips The Undertaker into the ropes. A lariat. The Undertaker is staggered. Dusty Rhodes goes to the ropes. Lariats again. The Undertaker goes down. Rhodes goes to the ropes for a 3rd time. And he drops the bionic elbow. He goes for the pin. And The Undertaker kicks out. He will use one of his kickouts as he flings Dusty Rhodes off him, and he pops up like the Terminator. But The Undertaker will drop another grade to a C. Dusty Rhodes looks in shock, but he hooks up with a 6'11" monster once again. And that's a 33. A 33. Rhodes going for a setup move. We roll on the setup chart. That's a 4. Rhodes puts a boot into The Undertaker. Pokes him in the eyes. He had to reach up to poke him. And now he grabs onto him. And with all of his strength, Dusty Rhodes might be the smaller man in height. Belly to belly suplex. Belly to back suplex, excuse me, and my God, Dusty Rhodes has quite a belly. And Dusty Rhodes pops up, the fans are cheering. Rhodes gives out almost a Ric Flair, woo! Taunting Ric Flair, who's at ringside. Rhodes continues the assault on The Undertaker, stomping away at him. The Undertaker gets to his feet, that's a 31. Again, Rhodes goes for that setup move. 9. Rhodes tries to put The Undertaker into a bear hug. The Undertaker just seems mildly amused with it, and he pokes Rhodes in the eyes. Now Rhodes knees The Undertaker in the groin and maintains control. Dusty Rhodes wants that title shot against Hulk Hogan. That's a 16 off the Rhodes card, and we're going to go to the brawling chart. They're banging away at each other. Who's going to get the best of it? We shall see. That's a 10. Rhodes again puts the knee into the groin of The Undertaker, only slowing the big man down for a moment, and on a 10, he gets him with an inverted atomic drop. And this is the first time you can actually see The Undertaker in a bit of trouble. He gets up even slower. Rhodes pounding away at the legs using kicks. The Undertaker drops to a grade D. He has 2 automatic saves left. Dusty Rhodes taking it to The Undertaker. Maybe he'll put him 6 feet under. That is a 15. The brawling continues in the center of the ring. Dusty Rhodes giving the best of it so far. And that's a 3. Rhodes looking to really take it to The Undertaker. The Undertaker eye gouges Rhodes and hits him with a tremendous bolo uppercut, sending Rhodes to his knee. The Undertaker stares at him. Dusty Rhodes drops to a B grade. And now, The Undertaker will now try to inflict damage on Dusty Rhodes as he's in control. That's a 32. And we're going to go to the setup chart. It's going to be the Undertaker's turn to set up a hold. 7. No manager at ringside right now. We don't have a manager. So we're going to just say if no manager's at ringside, unless they say the manager, if they give you the option of the manager, I didn't include a manager. I had to, and I wasn't going to do that. So now Rhodes counters the blow from the Undertaker. The Undertaker gouges his eyes, once again whips the large, rotundant Dusty Rhodes to the ropes. We roll on the ropes chart, and that's a 3. And the Undertaker clotheslines Rhodes, takes him right off his feet. Dusty Rhodes rolling around in pain as the Undertaker looks joyous as he stomps away at him. And now raises both hands high over his head and gives the neck slash. The Undertaker looking like he's going to go for the kill here. It's now payback for the Undertaker on the beleaguered Dusty Rhodes. That's a 53, a great roll. He again whips Dusty Rhodes to the rope. It's a leaping clothesline! Good God, he nearly decapitated Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes will drop 2 grades down to a D. Both wrestlers are down to a D. Both have 2 automatic saves. The Undertaker continues to pound away at Dusty Rhodes. 52, another great roll. He puts Dusty Rhodes in the Dragon Sleeper. Rhodes, arms flailing, trying to work his way to the ropes. He barely gets there. The Undertaker doesn't want to let go, and finally he does, and he slams Dusty Rhodes to the canvas. But that drops, the Dragon Sleeper drops Rhodes 2 more. He can only drop 1. There's no E, so he drops to F. And the Undertaker, the way I play it, will go up to C. 7 minutes gone in this match. It has been a slobber knocker. Again, the Undertaker might be taking a little too much time. He stares at the crowd. He screams at the crowd. Now he looks at Flair and points at him and gives him the neck slash. Rhodes trying to get at his feet, and just as I say that, the Undertaker looks at him and he stomps him back down to the canvas, saying, "Your time is next." We roll a 35. A 35 is a setup for the large, scary one, the Undertaker. Roll on the setup chart. That is a 6. The Undertaker bulldogs Rhodes into the corner, slamming his head to the canvas. The Undertaker goes to the top rope and comes down with a big knee. Continues to stomp away. Rhodes trapped in the corner. The Undertaker stomping away over and over again. Finally, the referee is able to stop the large monster known as the Undertaker. It's been all Undertaker here. After Rhodes had a quick start, that's a 16. 16, we go to the brawling chart, so the mauling and brawling continues with the Undertaker getting the best of it. Remember, he used his 1 kick-out save already. He's got 2 left, and that is an 8 on the brawling chart. An 8 on the brawling chart. Rhodes miraculously blocks a Undertaker right hand and gives a chop throat thrust right across the chest. And then 1 to the neck. The Undertaker reels backwards. Rhodes goes on the offense. Rhodes is exhausted. A trickle of blood coming from that forehead. It's a 21. A 21. The action will go to the turnbuckle. Rhodes dragging the large man to the turnbuckle. Will he try to kanaka his head in the turnbuckle? That is a 2. The Undertaker puts his boot up on the turnbuckle, slams Rhodes' head into it. 1, 2, 3. Then back suplexes Dusty Rhodes. The Undertaker just smiles as he's on his knees. All 4 just looking right into Rhodes' eyes, telling him the end is near. And Rhodes will now drop. He can't drop past an F, so we will increase the Undertaker to a B. And the Undertaker takes control. He's enjoying himself out there. This is quite scary. He's smiling. He loves to punish his opponent. Now he's screaming Hulk Hogan's name. He's screaming Ric Flair's name. No love for any other wrestler or grappler in the association. And that's a 52, a great roll for The Undertaker, 52. He slams Rhodes across the ring into the next turnbuckle, goes flying in, and he nails him with the clothesline. Rhodes cannot go any lower than an F. So we're going to increase The Undertaker back to an A. Those are my homebrew rules. Just under 10 minutes have gone by in this match. It's been The Undertaker after a quick start for Dusty Rhodes. That's a 21. A 21. More action near the turnbuckle in the corner. That's a 3. Again, he wings Rhodes to the opposite turnbuckle. Rhodes back, smashes into it. The rotundant Rhodes slumps in the corner, and here comes The Undertaker flying in with an elbow smash. Rhodes cannot drop anymore, but we'll just go F again. We have just over 10 minutes gone by in this match. The Undertaker now puts his big boot on the neck of Dusty Rhodes in the corner, the referee counting, and The Undertaker finally stops, and again he puts the big boot on him. And the referee tries to pull him away. The Undertaker just smiles, looks at Ric Flair once again. You're next. That is a 21. A 21 is, again, the action will continue in that corner with the turnbuckle. And that's an 11. He whips him once again to the opposite turnbuckle. And he goes flying in with an axe chop. And down goes Dusty Rhodes again. And neither grappler can change their grade. Undertaker's an A, Rhodes is an F. But we'll just hit an A there. Over 11 minutes have gone by now. The Undertaker picks up the girthy Dusty Rhodes. Blood now from Rhodes' head. 33. And that will be a setup move. Could it be the beginning of the end for the rotundant Dusty Rhodes? It's a setup move. We roll on the setup chart. That's an 11. He takes Rhodes to the canvas, puts a spinning toe hold, and Rhodes grabs for the ropes. The Undertaker will not let go. Rhodes pounding away at the mat. He still won't let go, and finally he lets go, and he stomps on the knees of Dusty Rhodes. Again, Rhodes would normally drop, but he cannot. He's an F still, so we'll just keep hitting F, as that's like the time clock. It's been all Undertaker. This match could go a while. Both men still have 2 saves. The Undertaker did use... Oh, my Lord! There's a 66! He grabs Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes tried to throw a haymaker right hand. The Undertaker blocked it. What strength by the Undertaker. Choke slam! And the Undertaker just puts his foot on him, but Rhodes kicks out. As he would have needed a 7. We'll just go. He's going to use one of his automatic kickouts. He's only going to have 1 left. He was a goner because he would have needed, just like Sammartino, a 7 to kick out. Other than that, he would have lost. So he uses one of his automatic kickouts. Back to the match we go. The Undertaker just toying with Rhodes like a large mouse. And he's the feline ready to rip his heart out. That's a 32. A 32. We go to the setup. And the Undertaker just enjoying himself. Pummeling. Punishing Dusty Rhodes. And that's a 5. As he just rakes Dusty Rhodes' eyes. Puts a knee into the girth belly of Dusty Rhodes. And now look at this tremendous strength. He suplexes Dusty Rhodes. Boom! To the mat he goes. And again on all fours, he's talking to Dusty Rhodes, looking into his eyes, saying, "Your time has come." And now he stands up and glares out towards Flair. And he gives him the throat slash. It has been all Undertaker since the initial onslaught of Dusty Rhodes earlier in this match. That's a 24. A 24. He's going to send Rhodes to the turnbuckle, and he has punished him quite unmercifully in that turnbuckle area in the corners. We roll on the turnbuckle chart. That's a 7. Rhodes hits the turnbuckle and just falls to the mat. Rhodes trying to rally as the crowd's cheering, American Dream, American Dream. Rhodes gets to his feet. He's pumping himself up. He's pumping himself up. The Undertaker starts pounding away, but Rhodes is absorbing it. He walks away. He's pumping himself up. We go to the brawl chart. Let's see what's going to happen. That's a 7. And the Undertaker knees Rhodes into the groin and then sends him over the top rope and out of the ring. And now the execution might begin. The Undertaker takes his time. He goes over the top rope with those large legs. He heads towards Rhodes, withering in pain on the concrete outside the ring. That's a 9. Rhodes hits the Undertaker from his knees in the groin. 1, 2, 3. The crowd's chanting. 4, 5. Now he puts a knee into the groin. And now he rakes the Undertaker's eyes. Unbelievable. Now he throws the Undertaker into the steel rail. And that will drop the Undertaker to a B grade. Dusty Rhodes pounding away. The count starts. He rolls in the ring. He rolls out of the ring. Again he takes it to the Undertaker. The count begins again. Again Rhodes rolls back in the ring to stop the count. Comes back out. And he puts a boot to the Undertaker's head. The Undertaker's on all fours now. But now Dusty Rhodes is whispering in his ear, "The end is near for you, you son of a bitch." You can hear him. He's screaming at him. Rhodes sends the Undertaker back into the ring and pursues his prey now. That's a 55 for Dusty Rhodes. He whips the Undertaker to the ropes. A running elbow. Boom! Catches the Undertaker high on the chin. The Undertaker staggers back. Rhodes to his feet. A lariat. Down goes the Undertaker. And that's going to drop the Undertaker to a D rating. Oops, back that up. And I forgot to hit the reverse, but I'm rolling the dice, so it doesn't matter. It just helps you tell who it is. 13 minutes have gone by, and now Dusty Rhodes, miraculously, with the fans chanting, what testicular fortitude. Rhodes on the assault, looking to end it. The Undertaker still has 2 kickouts. Rhodes has 1 automatic kickout. That's a 32. Rhodes going for a setup move. Remember, we've already witnessed Hulk Hogan slaughter Bruno Sammartino. The winner will get Hulk Hogan for the title, as Hogan won the vacant title against Sammartino. And it's a setup move for Dusty Rhodes. This match has been hellacious. Rhodes does have some blood from that forehead. The Undertaker is dazed and confused. That's a 10. Rhodes, belly-to-belly suplex, now a fireman's carry. He is just taking it to the Undertaker, stomping away at the big man's legs, trying to take his base out from under him. Rhodes continues the onslaught. That's a 31. Again, Rhodes goes with a setup move. When you go to the chart, you add them together. That's a 6. Rhodes bulldogs his opponent into the corner. But the Undertaker throws him off. Now the Undertaker puts a big boot to Dusty Rhodes' jaw. Rhodes hits the canvas. And now the Undertaker goes like the choke slam. He's signaling for the choke slam. So on that 6, the Undertaker has now reversed it, and he will take over on offense. My God, he is inhuman, the punishment the Undertaker can get. Rhodes is just blood coming down from his forehead. Stares up at the Undertaker, doesn't know what he has to do. to defeat this monster. That is a 33. And now The Undertaker goes for a setup. We've been on this setup chart quite a lot. That's a 7. No manager at ringside, because well, there is, but I don't have a manager's card. So he picks Dusty Rhodes up by what little hair he has left, gives him an uppercut. Rhodes staggers backwards. The Undertaker grabs him before he falls, whips him into the ropes. So we're going to go to the rope chart. And that's a 6. And Rhodes with a leaping shoulder block catches The Undertaker off balance. Rhodes, unbelievable, gets to his feet. An eye gouge. The Undertaker goes back towards the ropes. Rhodes puts a knee once again into the groin. He has taken control. Dusty Rhodes has taken control. The Undertaker is a D. Rhodes is an F. Either man both have 2. Well, The Undertaker has 2 saves left. Dusty Rhodes only 1. Rhodes, we roll a 23. It's going to be the action in the turnbuckle. A lot of action's taking place in the corners. And that's a 6. He throws a tiring Undertaker, but how long? Into the corner. Rhodes follows right in with a body smash. The Undertaker is trapped in. Rhodes using the knees, and now he grabs on. He points to the crowd. He starts pummeling the Undertaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The crowd chanting 8, 9, 10, and the Undertaker drops face first to the canvas. Rhodes stomps on the small of his back. 22. Again, the action will stay right in that turnbuckle corner. It's a 9. Now Rhodes lifts up the Undertaker. He tries to whip him to the ropes. The Undertaker blocks it. But now Rhodes hip tosses him. And Rhodes continues to stomp on the leg region to slow the Undertaker down. It's done quite a trick here. The match continues. It's a slobber knocker. A 64 for Dusty Rhodes. He drops the bionic elbow on the back of the head as the Undertaker is crawling away. He's going for the pin, and the Undertaker will use his second kick out. He's down to 1, just like Dusty Rhodes. Unbelievable comeback by Dusty Rhodes, and the Undertaker will now drop to an F. Both men are at Fs. They're exhausted. They are exhausted. 15 minutes almost gone by in this match. They have gone at it tooth and nail. So Dusty Rhodes rolls again. That's a 33. It's a setup for Dusty Rhodes. Let's see what he'll do in the setup. Both grapplers are tired. That's a 9. As he puts the Undertaker in a bear hug. How effective that will be, I don't know. The Undertaker claps both ears. But Rhodes comes back with an eye poke and maintains the offensive control. 26. He sends the Undertaker into the ropes. 9. Undertaker comes off the ropes, and again a tremendous hip toss. What strength by the 302-pound, 6'2" Dusty Rhodes, the man from Austin, Texas. And then he comes down with an elbow, though the Undertaker was able to move just out of the way. And now a boot to the Undertaker's stomach. Dusty Rhodes puts him in a headlock, maintains control. The match continues. That's a 15. And the brawl is on. We go to the brawl chart. 7. Dusty Rhodes again with an eye gouge. Now a face rake. And now he rakes the Undertaker's eyes across the ropes. And he throws him over. He grabs him by his feet and just throws him over the top of the ropes on to the concrete. And Rhodes goes out after him. He's motioning to go get the chair. Will he get the chair? That's an 8. He picks up the Undertaker, gets him to his feet, and he slams him down on the concrete. He picks him up again and slams him down on the concrete. And Rhodes goes back towards the ring. If we roll a 10, 11, or 12, it will be a count out. We're not going to take that chance. The Undertaker will use his final save. He has no more saves left. The Undertaker makes his way back into the ring. Oh my God, Dusty Rhodes can win this. He could get that title shot against Hulk Hogan. Remember, he defeated Chief Jay Strongbow last night. He still has one save left. Rhodes feeling good about himself. Both wrestlers are at an F. And now, because 10 changes have been made, I forgot about that, anything that says a D2 will be a pin attempt for each wrestler. And Rhodes still has one save. That's a 42. A 42. Rhodes dancing around the ring, prancing as he's jabbing away, hitting the Undertaker, and boom with the right hand. And the Undertaker goes down. Rhodes on a 41, dancing around the ring. The crowd is going crazy. He upgrades to a D. Remember, there's no E. And Rhodes goes after the Undertaker. He smells victory. He smells a shot, a title shot at Hulk Hogan, who defeated Bruno Sammartino in a slaughter, an unexpected slaughter. Here goes Dusty Rhodes looking to end it. This could be it, folks. That's a 65. Rhodes whips the Undertaker to the ropes. A knee to the groin, a rake of the eyes, a leg sweep. Boom with the bionic elbow. Rhodes is going to go for the pin. Undertaker has no automatic saves. We go to the pin chart. The Undertaker needs to roll a 7. He does! Oh my Lord! He throws Dusty Rhodes off. Unbelievable! He pops up like the turn we had. The only thing that could save him was a 7. Unbelievable! Rhodes is dumbfounded. Rhodes doesn't know. He's in shock. He's in shock. The Undertaker looks at him. Rhodes still in control. He pokes him in the eyes, but it doesn't seem to faze the Undertaker, though Rhodes' grade will go up to a C. Remember, anything with a D2 will be a pin check. Rhodes still has one save. Rhodes still in control as he puts a knee to the groin to the Undertaker that slows the big man down for a moment. And Rhodes will go to his specialty move. That's an 11. Dusty Rhodes, my God, was at the count of 2.5. He had title shots in his dreams, but the Undertaker kicked out. Specialty chart, that is a 6. Rhodes throws the Undertaker to the ropes. The Undertaker grabs the ref, puts him in front, and Rhodes and the ref smash heads. They go down to the mat, and Dusty Rhodes will drop back down to a D. Rhodes and the referee still rolling around. And now the Undertaker, who kicked out at 2 3/4, is on the offense. He actually helps the referee up, gives him a quick smack to wake him up, because he wants to win this thing. He wants the title shot against Hulk Hogan. What a match, back and forth. It's a 52. A 52 is a D2, and since we've gone past 10 changes, it will be a pin attempt. Rhodes will use his save. So on the 52, he sends Rhodes hard into the turnbuckle, and he goes flying in with a clothesline. Rhodes takes 2 steps and drops his fat ass to the canvas. He is sprawled out. The Undertaker nonchalantly puts his foot on the chest of Dusty Rhodes, and Rhodes gets his shoulder up at the last second. No grappler has a save left now. It's on like Donkey Kong. Dusty Rhodes goes down to an F. The next finishing move will be it. Remember, anything that says a D2 will now become a pin attempt. That's what the rules say. And the Undertaker is still in charge. The Undertaker just smiles at Rhodes. He almost relishes the punishment that he's received and dished out. and that is a 13. And he throws Dusty Rhodes over the top rope, out of the ring. He follows him out there. That's a 10. Rhodes shoots a shot to the Undertaker's groin and then slams him into the ring post. Down goes the Undertaker. Rhodes pounding away with the foot to the back of the Undertaker's head. The fans counting. And Rhodes rolls back in the ring, rolls back out, sends a knee into the back of the Undertaker, and then goes back into the ring. The referee starts the count. The Undertaker would have normally dropped 2. He cannot. We're just going to click on the F again to make the clock go. We're going to say just over 20 minutes have gone by. This match is a slobber knocker. Rhodes is now in control. Can he put a finishing move on the Undertaker and get the title shot? Rhodes rolls a 32. We go to the setup chart. He's setting up something. Could this be the beginning of the end for the 6'11" monster known as the Undertaker? And that is a 7. He'll send the Undertaker into the ropes. He whips the Undertaker into the ropes, looking to finish him, possibly get the big man off his feet and land the bionic elbow once again. That's an 8. He misses. And now the Undertaker puts a boot into Dusty Rhodes' face. Rhodes just goes thud to the canvas, and the Undertaker has now offensive control. He came with a big lariat. Somehow the Undertaker was able to parry it away, spun Dusty Rhodes, and put his large boot into the jaw of Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty Rhodes is down. The Undertaker drags him to the center of the ring, looking for the beginning of the end. That is a 12, a specialty move for the Undertaker. That is chart number 1. Will this match end here? Who will get the shot at Hulk Hogan? What a matchup it's been. The crowd on its feet. That is a 7. Both wrestlers brawl outside the ring. Roll both wrestlers DQ. Oh my lord, they're just pounding away at each other using chairs. The fans are going wild. Now some blood coming from the Undertaker. This could be a double DQ. What a way to end the match, but that's wrestling, folks. Dusty Rhodes is DQ'd at a 9 and higher. It's a 7. He's safe. The Undertaker is DQ'd at a 10 and higher. It's an 8. He's safe. Both men take the battle back into the ring. The referee somehow gets the chairs away from them. And this hellacious match continues. They were both DQ'd. So the Undertaker still maintains the offense, though. Blood coming from both men's faces. We roll a 23. Turnbuckle. The Undertaker will send Dusty Rhodes to the turnbuckle. That's a 8. Rhodes is in the turnbuckle. Undertaker coming in very slowly. Rhodes baiting him, and he leaps out with a lariat, and he sends the Undertaker down. Rhodes goes on the offense. He is dead tired. 53! He latches on after poking the Undertaker in the eyes. Belly to back suplex. It's a D2, but because 10 changes have been made, he's going to go for the pin. Only a 7 can save the Undertaker again. We'll go to the pin chart. Only a 7. He's already kicked out. Can he roll a 7 once again? No! It is over! 1, 2, 3. Dusty Rhodes has defeated the Undertaker in an epic matchup here at Madison Square Garden. And he will next face Hulk Hogan. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Back and forth they went. This time, The Undertaker could not roll that 7 and save him. He did it one time. His 3 saves were up. Dusty Rhodes' 2 saves were up. We thought Rhodes had to win before. We actually rolled a 7, as you see. But this time we rolled a 4. And a 4, Rhodes wins via the pin. And horrific, hellacious matchup. It will be stuff of legends. So Dusty Rhodes will get a shot at Hulk Hogan. The American Dream will get a shot at Hulk Hogan. The fans are on their feet clapping. Ric Flair doesn't look really impressed. Walks away from ringside, shouts something at Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes starts to go out towards him. And Flair coming up there, he gets right in Dusty Rhodes' face. And now Flair puts a knee to the groin of Dusty Rhodes. Unbelievable after that match. And here comes The Undertaker. And The Undertaker Kanaka-nakas both of their heads. And The Undertaker, as he sprawls them both out on the concrete floor, what a tremendous Kanaka-naka, stares at the crowd, does the neck slash, and just walks back gingerly and slowly to the dressing room. Unbelievable. Who actually won? Rhodes won, but The Undertaker has just taken out Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair. The crowd is in shock as he yells out, Hogan is next. And with that, the broadcast will end. So Dusty Rhodes wins the match, but The Undertaker has the last say with the American Dream and the Nature Boy as he smashes their heads together, both men still sprawled out on the concrete as the Phenom strutted away backstage. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed our 2 matches using the wrestling dice game. Literally, that's what it's called. If you weren't with us earlier, Bruno Sammartino and Hulk Hogan faced off for the vacant WDG championship, in which Sammartino had a few moments early on, but then Hulk Hogan just bashed the bejesus out of him and won quite easily. Hulk Hogan wins the vacant WDG championship, which is the wrestling dice game championship. Again, this game is free. I provided a link on the page and in the chat, and you can find it on Sports Replays Fields of Dreams. So then we had a title eliminator who would get a shot at the title between Dusty Rhodes, who defeated Chief Jay Strongbow yesterday, and The Undertaker. It went back and forth. It was a hell in the cell, except there was no cell. It was a hell in the ring match. It was unbelievable. Rhodes won after The Undertaker kicked out miraculously with a 7, but couldn't do it again, as both wrestlers were denigrated down to F grades. But with Rhodes and Flair going at it outside the ring, The Undertaker popped up once again like the Terminator, put his big legs over the ring ropes, went down Kanaka-naka, both Rhodes and Flair into unconsciousness as both grapplers hit the concrete floor and then strode away yelling, Hogan, you are next. I'd like to thank Tobias Alejandro. Thank you very much. T-Dub TV and What's Blazing in Sports. That's our good friend T-Dub. Remember to check out those 2 wonderful channels. Dave Little. Check out his great YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Danny N. Gray's Cards and Toys just had a live stream today. Many videos with his son, card and toy collecting. Thrice-A-Roni, a card collecting treat. Another wonderful card collecting channel in our community. The original Grognard, the OG, military strategy, and much more. He also does wrestling. He has a women's wrestling league, card and dice. Jake Cruz, thank you very much, my friend. And, of course, Will, and that is W. Vogs. Check out his wonderful card collecting channel. He just put up a video today. And I believe and Ryan Slayer stopped by earlier to say hi. Check that fine young man out. He plays a lot of Fortnite, I believe. All right. As Tobias Alejandro says, as always, great commentating. A little different. It's card and dice wrestling, but I think it was fun. I love this game. My game that I was using for friends of the channel and the FOC stable Fire Pro Wrestling crashed on me. They have not been able to help me. The company has not been able to help fix it for me. I've tried their fixes. They don't work. I'm going to try to get a talk with Dave Gardner. He also has a game. Maybe I can get a file from him and try to revamp my game. If not, I'm going to try to purchase it on my PlayStation where I don't think it's going to crash. So the only thing is I got to make all the wrestlers, as they don't have a workshop for the PlayStation, I don't believe. So, but we'll see. Anyway, lots of fun. Till next time, take care. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it and you want, hit the thumbs up, share, tell people about the channel. We want to grow our channel and grow the community. Friends of the channel and friends of the community, the FOC. So check out all the wonderful channels in our community. And feel free to jump in our chats. They're very friendly and lots of fun. So 2 fun matches. Hogan defeats Sammartino in a slaughter to win the vacant and newly created WDG championship. That's the wrestling dice game championship, the world championship. He wins it. And Dusty Rhodes, who defeated Chief Jay Strongbow last night in one of the most hellacious, blood-filled Hell in the Cell without the cell matches, defeats The Undertaker in an epic. But The Undertaker got the last laugh as Rhodes and Flair were going at it outside the ring. Basically, Flair cheap-shotted Dusty Rhodes. And the big man, The Undertaker, just popped up like the Terminator, like he normally does. Put his big legs over the top rope, went down, grabbed both Rhodes and the Nature Boy by the head and smashed their heads together. Down to the concrete they went as the big man strode back to the backstage, yelling, "Hogan, you are next." But it'll be Dusty Rhodes with a shot at Hulk Hogan when next we do a wrestling match with wrestling dice game created by Chris. Again, you can find this on Sports Replay, Fields of Dreams. It's free. The link is provided on the page and in the chat. That other dice game, Brain Buster I was talking about, he doesn't give any instructions on how to actually play the game. So I have to still try to figure that out. That's another free one on there. But I haven't figured that out. I was trying to figure that out. So thank you. Watch out for the lariat and the kanaka naka. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. You know it's coming, folks. Peace!